Incentives for new data centers, but that is not stopping one company from continuing to pursue a project in the northwest suburbs. WGN's Dana Revick reports on pushback from nearby residents, as well as some new legislation aimed at keeping data centers away from homes.
This is one of several residential areas near this proposed data center. A state senator who represents this district is hoping legislation she has sponsored will prevent data center companies from building this close.
I live directly across the street. There's nothing between me and it except an open field.
Bridget Jordan lives near the Plum Farm site on Route 59 near Higgins Road.
We love that we can walk to restaurants and shopping. We love that we can walk through a conservation area. We can go through a park right from our home without ever using a car.
The company Caris Critical, which had tried to develop initially in Naperville, is now asking the village of Hoffman Estates for a zoning change from residential to industrial to build a data center on the 186-acre site, which borders Hoffman Estates, Barrington Hills, and South Barrington, including the Arboretum shopping and dining area. This would be the third data center built in Hoffman Estates.
We have chickens and horses and bees. We came here for the peace and quiet. We also are all on private wells. So a data center with all the water use, that really concerns us with our wells.
This spring, the state legislature considered the Power Act, which would regulate the industry, requiring data centers report their water use and obtain permits from the Illinois EPA and cover their own energy costs, so those are not passed on to consumers. Lawmakers failed to vote on the bill.
The Power Act was coming very fast, not a lot of time to review it. There was a lot of concerns about taking away local control or making sure there was enough local control. So that's why it didn't move forward, which is why I filed Senate Bill 1050, so that we have some sort of common sense parameters with respect to these data centers.
State Senator Darby Hill's bill would prohibit data centers from building within 3 miles of a residential area.
I've watched the videos on the news about people in Aurora who say they can feel the vibrations in their bones. They can put their hand on the window and feel it. They hear it 24/7, and then when the generators run, they feel it. And so that would make our home unlivable.
I've heard from people that said, they'd have to sell if this data center went in, and who's going to want to buy that, right? So property values are going to go down.
The village board plans to vote on this rezoning decision coming up on July 6th. In Hoffman Estates, Dana Revick, WGN News.
All right.